My dear friend, give me at least like 7 minutes of your time, or 8 minutes, which I hope that this video lasts at least 8 minutes of your time, and I'm pretty sure it'll be worth it. And I will change of your way of thinking, of not giving a shit about people's opinion. Here's here's a little mini story of mine. When I was around 12 years old, 10 years old, I used to have crave of attention, where I want people to recognize me, praise me. And I want to be in the room where people praise me, oh, you're such a good person, very smart, you're you know, very cute. I used to crave for a lot of attention. And little did I know that was gonna cost me. Because when during my primary school years, and I had a lot of classmates who used to hate me. I don't know, is it because I used to talk a lot. I mean, I think around when I was primary one to primary three. So from 2014 to 2016, I was very introverted. Then after from 2017 to 2019, I was very talkative. So I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe my classmates hate me because of maybe I'm black, or maybe am I. I used to think about it. I really used to, like, because they sometimes talk shit about me, and I used to be like, literally care about it. I would be like, what's your problem, man? I'm trying to be friendly. And I really used to care about it a lot. And I would be like, am I really the problem? And I would cry at home, and I would tell my parents I was such a crybaby. Really, I am. And I tell you, man, I really was. Then during secondary school, I arrived from secondary one to secondary two. I do, to some extent, really. I really do care about people's opinion. Not that I really cared, but I'd be just like, hey, shut the fuck up, man. Shut your ass up. Because some people are like, hey, Arvin, you're such a gangster. I mean, for whatever reason, I don't even know why. Are you gay? They just sometimes talk shit about me. They'll say something like, my classmates, secondary school classmates, we usually say something like, sorry, sorry, excuse me. Oh, this Arvin, he's such a jerk. He used to joke off a lot. And I'm like, dude, are you okay? Since when did I do that? When have you even seen me do that? Like, because they usually during class they just say it out loud for whatever reason. Because I don't know, is it because they have something against me, or I really didn't find it funny then. Honestly, I usually smile, but I would kind of argue, and I just sometimes get beaten up. Then it got to the point. I think before I started oral examination, where we verbally talk to teacher. It was an examination where the teacher tests our communication skills. So there was like these four girls who would be like, in Tamil they were like, oh, this stupid guy, he's not listening. And I was like, I mean, stupid guy, what is your problem? I'm like, I would be sometimes rude, but and then I got to the point. I was like, okay, it's fine, this is what they want to say about me. So this is how my mind changed. So during 2021, mid 2021, I decided, you know what, at this point I can't. I actually kind of accepted, because my mom once told me, and my father also told me, that their opinion is none of your business, because they'll keep saying what they gotta say. You just gotta mind your own business. And I've learned that, yeah, their words doesn't really define me. I've learned it at a very late age, but still, I'm glad I still learned it. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been the person I am today. And now, what I want to tell you, my friend, is that you really stop have to be worrying about what people gotta say. If Okay, let's just say if you're an introverted person, watching this, let me tell you this: you gotta let that cringy side of yours out. Just let it out. Talk. Don't think what people are gonna judge you. Don't care what they're gonna judge you. Just be friendly. Just open up. Whether whether you're talk to whether you're talking to a boy or a girl. Okay, I mean, depending if you're a male or female watching this, but I'm being serious, really. There's always something special about you that you really don't know about yourself. I mean, I don't know much, but you really know there is some special. You would literally know that there's something special about you. The one special thing is that there's always been in every you. There will always never be another you. You're you. There will never be another you. You can only be yourself. You can't be like some other celebrities, unless if you're a fan of them. I'm just saying in general. But really, you gotta let that part where you feel it's cringe. You just gotta let it out. Just open up. Because if you don't socialize now, you're not improve. You're not gonna really know what people really think. And trust me, when you let it out, most people reaction may not be what you think. They may actually like it, or maybe most of them would hate it. But would you still be willing to care? If you ask me, not really. And if you're an extroverted person, hear me out. If you're like very talkative, right, I suggest the simplest thing you can do is just don't really give a shit. Honestly, man. If you feel at least most people are not talking to you because you're being like very talkative or anything, just it's best not to really go after them and try to seek their approval. Okay. I'm saying this to both type of people, if like you're an extrovert and introvert, because both would have a different story, different saying. For me, I was pretty much an MP. I was pretty much both during my life, and this is just my experience that I'm sharing. Okay. Now keep in mind, people are gonna judge, but it's none of your business, my friend. I'll say this at least like 1,000 times. Okay. Now I hope this video at least to some extent had an impact on you guys, and of course it would really help if you hit that subscribe button and of course support the channel. Okay. Until then, keep grinding, my friend. Peace out.